Report on Parliament's performance since 2014 will be presented today at a mid-term breakfast briefing. Let's cross to our reporter Lukhanyo Calata, who is in Parliament for more. Lukhanyo, a very good morning to you once again.
Blaine, indeed, a very good morning and welcome back to Cape Town, where we're broadcasting to you live from Parliament, where this institution is in essence making history today by essentially publishing and putting out to the public its very first midterm performance report. It will essentially detail some of the challenges and some of the issues that the institution has faced since the 2014 general elections and what needs to be done going forward to make this term of Parliament successful. Also joining me, Blaine, is the Acting Secretary to Parliament, Baby Tyawa, to also tell us a little bit more about what is contained in this report. Ma'am, good morning and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning and thanks for the invitation.
All right. Ma'am, tell us a little bit about this report. Firstly, it's the first time that Parliament is tabling this report. Just give us a little bit of background as to why now.
I think parliaments before have always had the legacy reports. That will be a report that comes out of the extent to which parliaments have actually implemented their policy priorities. So with this one in particular, given the Fifth Parliament strategic plan, the presiding officers felt it's important that we share how far the Fifth Parliament has fulfilled its priorities. And the priorities then become strategic objectives and they become the thrust of implementing policies, making sure that the core of Parliament works, passing of bills. So what's critical about the Fifth Parliament is that, amongst other things, they've been able to actively implement the assessment and re-evaluation of the 20 years of passing of legislations, assessing the impact thereof in the improvement of people's lives. Above all, I suppose I should talk on the fact that the Fifth Parliament also engaged in the process of stabilizing administration in Parliament, therefore trying to build an official structure of administration that will support the priorities and policies of the members, because we are here for members. And if administration is not as strong, members will not necessarily be able to do the work they're supposed to do, fulfilling their constitutional mandate. So today, the presiding officers will walk people through the work that has been done for the 2.5 years, given the fact that 2019 will introduce a new parliament, shall I say, new leadership. Yeah.
What we know, obviously, is that, this morning's function is a little bit delayed. We were hoping that by this time we would be able to report to South Africa out there, or some of the issues that have been highlighted already. In absence of that, what can you tell us about this report, some of the key issues that will be tabled, some of the challenges, some of the successes that will be highlighted a little bit later this morning?
Both the presiding officers, this is the executive of Parliament, will share with us the role in which Parliament has played effectively on the multilaterals and bilaterals. Our engagement in the IPU, which is an international parliamentary union, where Parliament assumes particular roles around human rights, roles around the laws that democratic parliaments pay and pass to try and improve the lives of the people. That they will share with you. They'll also share the extent to which Parliament has driven oversight and accountability, spend time questioning members of the executive, holding them to account, and they will also raise the challenges of budgetary constraints that are impacting on everybody else in the country, given the low growth of the economy in this country.
One of the things, obviously, that Parliament is seized with at the moment is an inquiry into Eskom, an inquiry into state capture, and those kinds of issues. Going forward, what are we likely to hear about how Parliament plans to what happens with those reports from those committees? What are we likely to hear in that regard?
I suppose that the purview of the members of Parliament, it will be the chairpersons of those committees, as they exercise oversight on these various portfolio departments. They will be the ones who can articulate exactly how the process is going to work. We as administration provide leadership, we provide guidance and support, and that will be research and analysis of those reports. However, the outcomes thereof will be guided and will be informed by the various chairpersons of these committees. And as part of their accountability and oversight over the executive, that's what they do. We expect that going forward beyond here, we will be having various platforms we're going to use, particularly radio, and ask the various chairpersons of portfolio committees and select committees to brief the community on the outcomes of the various investigations, shall I say.
All right. And then just finally, ma'am, before I let you go, as the acting secretary to Parliament, what can you tell South Africans out there about the state of Parliament as we speak today? Is their Parliament in the best possible state to be able to drive forward their well-being as a country?
If I were to speak just from the side of officials, when I came here, there were about there were about 11 vacant senior positions. We as administration have been able to fill all of those senior positions, and they were critical to stabilize administration, because if you have a weak administration, you obviously will manifest a lot of problems for members of Parliament. So we filled a lot of critical positions, and we as administration provide that support. That support straddles from research, from content advice, committee secretaries, over and above that, ensuring that the facilities of Parliament actually work for the members, and we provide that type of support. To date, I can actually claim that we've been successful in stabilizing the senior management of Parliament, and we will pursue to do that. We'll also pursue to create a better working environment, including our relationship with organized labor on the precinct.
All right, ma'am, thank you very much. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was the acting secretary to Parliament, Baby Tyawa, essentially giving us a little bit of information about what is expected, about the report, and what is expected to be shared with everyone that is here, and also with the rest of the country, about the progress that Parliament has made, if any, since 2014. Blaine, I can also tell you that we are running slightly late here. The information that I have is that the extended NEC meeting that of the ANC that lasted into Monday has caused the delay, because the chairperson Thandi Modise and the Speaker of the National Assembly, Baleka Mbete, were unable to then catch their flights out to Johannesburg yesterday, so they are currently en route to Cape Town. We were expecting to start about an hour ago, so already now this event is delayed by at least an hour. But we will be here, and we will hope to bring you all the news and everything that comes from this event as it happens a little bit later on. For the time being, from us here in Parliament, it's over to you in studio.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed, Lukhanyo. Great reporting, Lukhanyo Calata in Parliament. We're going to take a bit of a break, 8:43. When we come